Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The
us.
grammar.
知吃思吃都还难
It's just complicated so much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Fei Fei, and today, as usual, I have my dear friend Tony Reid join me for the ride of this episode. And hello, Tony.
How's it going, everyone? Pleasure to be here as usual, and I'm looking forward to learning some new words, hopefully.
Yeah, so today on this episode, we're going to see if we can check in at hotels or any accommodation picks that you have in Chinese, of course.
Nice.
And so, Tony, I'm curious, where do you prefer these days when traveling out? Do you want to stay at hotels or B&Bs, or what's your pick?
Airbnbs are hit and miss for me. I have had a positive experience, but I like hotels because hotels, they have normally decent restaurants there. The environment's normally nice. Sometimes you can get a nice view. There are, nice reviews of the place, so it's I think it's more mature to stay at a hotel.
Yeah, it's like the safe choice when especially traveling to a new place. Yeah, the answer is the same here as well. I think hotels, 酒店 is the safe choice.
Yeah.
And today we are going to talk about how to check in at these hotels, 入住酒店. And first, let's take a listen to a small dialogue.
我简直不敢相信，我们原本预定的双人间居然被免费升级成了一间豪华房。
太棒了，酒店位置还可以吗？
反正我非常满意，不仅离商业街很近，交通也很便利。
性价比怎么样？
一晚不到400块，还包含2份早餐。
那还挺划算的。
So Tony, what do you think of the dialogue? Are you challenged by it?
I think, yeah, I am. There's a lot of new words that I'm not that familiar with, so yeah, it'll be good.
We'll go slowly, one by one. 我简直不敢相信，我们原本预定的双人间居然被免费升级成了一间豪华房。It's a long sentence.
Very long sentence. It's the saying, I can't believe it. The double room we originally booked was upgraded to a deluxe room at no extra charge. And that's a dream. I think that's happened to me maybe once. And it does feel kind of nice to get a nicer room.
Yes.
So, 我简直. So I believe that's I is 我, and then 简直 is like completely, right?
Yeah.
And then 不敢, I think that's like not
dare.
Not dare, right?
Literally means not dare.
And then 相信, xin kind of means heart. And 相, I think this is believe, right?
相信, actually, these two words put together means believe.
And so if you break it up, what is 相 and then 心? Because 心means heart, right?
心 first term means heart, and 信 here is the fourth term here. 相信 means believe. And here we have 信 is the fourth term. It can means letter. The letter we wrote to each other.
Okay.
But here one has a 相 in the front of 信, 相信, it means believe or trust.
I see. 我简直 completely 不敢 don't dare 相信 believe. And then 我们 is we. 原本 this is originally. 预定 I think this is like definitely or
预定 is reserve.
Oh, okay. Okay. Reserve or book. 的双人间. So 双人, this is two people, right? And then 间is room.
Yeah.
And then 居然.
居然.
居然. So 居然 means like surprisingly, right?
Yeah.
And then 北, I think this is one of those passive.
Passive voice indicators here.
Okay, 免费. This is like free, right?
Yes.
And then 升级.
升级.
升级. I think that's an upgrade. And then 成了 is become. And then 一间, I think that's is that a quantity? So 一 is one, and then 间 I think is like the
measure word.
Measure word for something.
For room, actually.
Okay. Okay. And then 豪华房. And 豪华, I think that's like luxury.
Yes.
And then 房, I think is room.
Yes. Right? So they originally booked a double room for two people, and now has been upgraded into a deluxe room or suite. 太棒了，酒店位置还可以吗？
And that says, that's great. Is the hotel's location good? So 太棒了, I think that's like impressive or it's like amazing. It's like you're complimenting something or someone, yeah? 酒店, I think that's hotel, right?
Yes.
And then 位置.
位置, both are fourth tones.
位置. This is location. 还可以. So 还 is this like still? And then 可以 is can, right? Or good.
Yeah, 可以 here can be a little confusing.
Yeah, because I normally see 可以 means like something like ability, like can do something.
我可以做. That means I can do.
I can do it.
Yeah. But here 还可以 normally is a adjective referring to it's okay, it's not bad, you know, 还可以. Like also 还不错.
Not bad.
And then 反正我非常满意，不仅离商业街很近，交通也很便利。
So this is I'm satisfied anyway. It's not only close to the commercial street, but there's also convenient transportation. So 反正 I believe this is anyway. 我非常 that means I'm very. And then 免疫, I believe 免疫 is
满意 actually.
满意.
满意.
满意. This is satisfied. Yeah. 不仅, so it's
不仅 actually you have to look at the 不仅 together with another word in the next sentence.
okay.
也不仅也 is sort of the not only but also sentences in English.
Okay. So 不仅 is not only, and then 离商业街, right? 很近.
Yeah, 离商业街.
So 商业, this is like commercial, and then 街 is like a street or a way, right?
Yes, 街 is the street here.
Okay, so commercial street, 商业街, 很近. So 很 is very, and 近 is like near, right?
Yes.
And then 交通也很便利. So 交通, I think that's transportation or traffic or something, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And then 也 means like also.
Yes.
And then 很 is very, and then 便利, I think that's convenient.
Yes, 便利 is convenient. And we have the other one, 性价比怎么样?
This is it worth the price? So 性价比, I believe that's the cost, yeah?
Well, I think 性价比 is kind of difficult to explain in English because I don't think there is a direct equivalence in English.
Okay.
性价比 can translate it as the ratio of the price you pay and the quality of product you receive. It doesn't refer into if the things you pay it for is really cheap. It can be expensive, but is it living up to your expectation by paying this amount of money? So that's why the translation is very short here. Is it worth the price? 性价比
I see. And 怎么样? This is a very common question marker in a way.
Yeah. It's versatile. You can find it anywhere.
Yeah, why don't you give me an example of how to use this 怎么样? Is it like how about something?
Yeah, exactly. For example, you went to a place over the weekend.
你的周末怎么样?
Yeah. How was your weekend? Or you went on a trip. How was the trip? 旅行怎么样?
旅行怎么样?
Basically, you can put a noun or any subject in front of 怎么样, which means that how is something.
How is something? Okay.
How was lunch? 午饭怎么样?
午饭怎么样? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a very useful word. That's my takeaway for today.
The main takeaway
I
here.
should know that already, but yeah.
一晚不到400块还包含2份早餐
So this is each night costs no more than 400 yuan. Breakfast for two included.
Yeah.
So 一晚, I believe that's one night. And then 不到, and this 不到 means less than.
Less than, exactly.
And then 400块. So 4 is 4 and 百 is 4 is like 100.
Yes.
Right? So 400 is 400. 块 is this I know it means money. But it's when do we say kwai or yuan? I think kwai is more colloquial, right?
Yeah. Kwai, basically, if you listen to daily conversations happening among Chinese people, when referring to the amount of yuan they spend, they'll just use kwai. 1块, 2块, 400块. But when it's more of a formal conversation in formal settings, it's more polite and more suitable to use yuan. For example, if you go to a bank, the teller would definitely use yuan. 块 is sort of like the bucks.
Okay.
In the US, right?
Oh, okay. That draws a clearer picture. All right.
还包含2份早餐
So 还 should still mean is it still?
Still, or I think
Or
it can
even.
also mean also here.
Or also, okay. 包含 or 包含.
包含
This is includes. 2份. I think 2 is 2, and then 份 here should be person.
份 is kind of the measure word here, referring to 早餐 after it.
Okay, 早餐. So 早餐, I believe that's breakfast.
Yes, exactly.
And then 2份. So 份 was the measure word for what typically?
Well, 份 can be used to describe many words. 早餐 or any meals, actually. You can use 份 here.
Okay.
Or 一份工作 you can also means a job. We have to look at more of case by case.
Understood.
那还挺划算的
And this is, that's a good deal.
Yes.
So na normally is like then, right?
Or that.
Or that. And then hai tiang, I think that ting normally means very.
Yes.
Here, hai, what's this indication here again?
Yeah, we also come across high in the previous sentence. And I think the high, normally we will translate high into still. But I think in this case, the high actually means they're sort of unexpected. Sort of the bonus they enjoy from this accommodation package. That it's not only very cheap per night, and also it includes 2 breakfasts. And then the other person is like, wow, that's unexpected. And it doesn't really have a really solid meaning here, but I think it expresses a kind of the unexpected, surprising emotion that they are cutting a really good deal here.
Okay. And then 划算.
划算
划算.
and the second and fourth turn.
划算.
划算
划算. And this should mean worthwhile.
So, do you have any other questions about the dialogue, or do you want
no,
to?
just I need to remember the words. No questions.
我简直不敢相信，我们原本预定的双人间，居然被免费升级成了一间豪华房。
太棒了，9点位置还可以吗？
反正我非常满意，不仅离商业街很近，交通也很便利。
性价比怎么样？
一晚不到400块，还包含2份早餐。
那还挺划算的。
You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Fei Fei and Tony Reid in the studio. If you want to share us your thoughts on the show or on the Chinese learning experience, you can always reach us at learnchinese@cri.com.cn. And for more fun Chinese learning, you can also follow us on Facebook by searching Learn Chinese to watch many fun videos and live streams. And coming up next, let's learn how to check in at hotels in Chinese. 如何入住酒店呢? Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Fei Fei, joined by Tony Reid. So we're talking about checking in at hotels and about the dialogue we just went through. I think there are a couple of words we can dig a little deeper into its meanings and its use. First one is 简直.
简直.
Yes.
Okay, this is like completely right.
And I think now among young people in the English-speaking world, they use a lot of totally, literally, right?
Amplifiers.
Yeah. And I think 简直 also carries the same function in modern Chinese speaking as well.
Okay.
For example, I was just talking to my friends about something and she commented with 我简直要吐了. I'm literally gonna throw up. And on that moment, I can literally imagine a girl from America saying the same sentence with the kind of expression you normally see in movies. But I think it's very, very equivalent for these two words putting together, 简直 and literally or totally.
Okay. Well, that's good. I think that's good. It helps me remember because, like you said in English, this is used very often.
A simpler one would be 简直太好笑了.
Oh, 小 means, is that small?
好笑 is funny. 小, the third tone is small.
Okay.
笑, the fourth tone is smile.
Smile, right? Okay.
简直太好笑了 is like it's totally very funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 笑, smile, and then laugh. Is it the same tone?
Yeah, it's the same. 笑.
Okay.
It's the fourth tone.
Got it.
And so I think 简直, is something that you can use to add a tone of your emotion.
Okay, so 今天天气简直热。
太热了. It's normally something that you really, really want to stress on.
Okay.
So you normally has the 太, like very. 今天简直太热了. Today is totally very hot.
Okay. And then I can say 我简直非常饿。
我简直太饿了. I'm so hungry.
Okay, completely hungry.
Yeah, I'm completely starving here. 我简直太饿了.
So it's almost like you have to word the sentence the same, but just add that
yeah,
简直.
简直, as you just said, is the amplifier of your emotion at that moment.
Okay.
And the other one, I think you also sort of struggled a little when we are explaining the dialogue.
Okay.
Is 不仅也.
不仅, okay.
It's not only but also.
But also.
Yeah, 也 is also.
All right, let's try to use that one. So it's 不仅 and then you have to add 仅 later, right?
不仅, you have something in between.
Yeah,
and then you have 也, and then followed by something else.
Okay, so if I want to say someone is not only smart, but also hardworking. How do I say that?
他不仅很聪明，
很聪明, that's smart.
也很努力。
也很努力.努力 is hardworking.
Hardworking, yes.
Okay.
It's the same as when you're trying to say not only but also sentences in English. And I remember when I was learning English, I struggled so hard trying to use not only but also in my, homework in English.
Yeah, I feel like for that one, I'm going to need to like construct a few examples so that I can actually get it. Like 不仅, if I want to say today is not only cold, but it's windy as well.
今天不仅很冷，
很冷，
风也很大。You have to put the subject before 不仅 or 也。今天不仅很冷 Today is not only cold, 风也很大 The wind is also very big, strong.
很大 very big, right?
Very big, very strong.
风大 Okay.
You can also say like she's not only able to speak English but also can speak Chinese. 她不仅可以说英语，也可以说中文。
Okay. So 王师傅不仅会开车 So this is drive a car, yeah?
Yeah.
也会修车。
王师傅 Mr. Wang can not only drive a car but also repair a car.
Okay.
And the 师傅 here is interesting as well.
Yeah, I don't know when to say this. Normally when I'm in a taxi, I will say 师傅.
Yeah. Well, at least in Beijing, or even the cities around Beijing, you can use 师傅 the same way you use Mr. in English. I know someone would translate Mr. into 先生, but that would be weird in Beijing or around this area to call someone 先生. That just sounds, you were a little pretentious.
Okay.
So 师傅 is a more natural way to refer to a man, a male.
Interesting. Okay, and it's not rude.
Yeah, it's not rude. And then we touched upon the use of 怎么样 earlier.
Yeah.
And that's your main takeaway here?
Right. So 你最近怎么样?
Yeah, how are you lately?
Yeah, okay. How do I say last night?
昨晚怎么样?
昨晚的电影怎么样?
Yeah. Well, how about the movie last night?
Right.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. 昨晚 how do I say dinner?
晚餐
昨晚晚餐的
昨晚晚餐怎么样? Yeah, it's very simple.
Okay, so just throw that at the end.
Yeah. Or, for example, some of your friends are going to Hainan, the island in the south for a vacation.
Yeah.
And when they came back, I can ask, 海南怎么样?
海南怎么样?
Yeah, how is Hainan?
Yeah, it's very simple. 中国怎么样?
Yeah, how is China? It's asking some of your friends who recently maybe traveled to China.
And travel is 旅行怎么样? 你的旅行怎么样?
Yeah, how was your trip?
Quite
Very
simple.
useful, right?
Yes.
And the last one we sort of can also touch upon is the use of 不到.
不到, I feel like this is like 到了.
到了 is arrived.
Yeah.
And 不到 means you can sort of imagine that it hasn't arrived.
Okay.
Like 不到3点, a little to 3 o'clock.
3点. Okay.
Or 我女儿不到3岁.
3岁. 3岁, the sun is 3. 岁, is this like the age?
The age.
Okay, so 我女儿, this is girl, right? Or
Daughter.
Oh, daughter.
Yeah.
女人
女人 is woman.
This is woman, right?
Yes.
So 女儿 is daughter. So 我女儿不到3岁. Almost 3.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
right?
she's almost 3 and haven't reached to 3 yet.
Okay, so this can this almost mean Almost.
Yeah, almost. And also over that dialogue, they talked about how their room is upgraded from double room to a deluxe.
Right.
And that, I think, the Chinese can be confusing to some non-Chinese speakers because double room, it can be translated into 双人间.
双人间. So
Yeah.
this is like a place for two people, right?
Yeah, a room for two people. But normally, if you go to a hotel, it doesn't mean that every hotel will be calling that room a 双人间. Sometimes they also call that the same room, 标准间, a standard room.
Yeah,
标
standard.
准间.
I've seen this one. How do you say it?
标准
标准.
间. 间 is the room here.
So it's not fang. I get confused because fang is sometimes room, right?
间 and 房 is sort of interchangeable when you are booking hotel rooms.
Okay.
For example, the deluxe room or the suite is 豪华房.
豪华房.
The reason is that in a suite, there's more than one room.
Right.
But 标准间, the double room, the standard room, there's just one room there.
Yeah.
So the 间 referring to this small room, but 房 it can has more than one room. For deluxe, for suites, we normally have the 房 in the end.
Okay. I see.
豪华房.
豪华房. I wonder what that. So if you break that down, how is that good?
豪华 is luxurious.
Okay. So, but for luxury, 豪华, hua is that flower and then good?
豪 is the
Okay.
second term. Can means has a lot of money.
Rich. Okay.
华 is sort of the grand meaning here.
Okay.
Is 华 is also the second term, yes. So 豪华 is luxurious.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and also some last words I think would be useful for our travelers to China. Some people chose to stay at hotels. That's 酒店.
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 我知道酒店.
Or I think young people, they normally prefer booking an Airbnb or homestay or guest room, the sort of cheaper options.
Yeah, because you can cook your own food.
Yeah, and also have a sort of customized decor inside. And in China, we call that 民宿.
民宿. So this is the Airbnb?
Sort of, yeah, Airbnb sort of staying.
Okay. 民宿怎么样?
Yeah, 民宿怎么样? So maybe B&B is a little closer to the meaning of 民宿 in Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah.
民宿.
民宿, yeah.
Okay.
So these are some of the little takeaways we have for accommodations, 住宿, and how to...
Nice. Yeah, I think I could use definitely 怎么样 and 不到 is something that I'm going to have to practice a little bit more.
And also for our listeners, and also for you, I think, when booking at hotels, pay attention to the room you're paying. The difference between 标准间 and 豪华房, I mean, the money you are going to pay can be quite different.
Oh, yes, of course.
And that brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Fei Fei with Tony Reid here in the studio. For more episodes of the show, you can visit our website at radio.cgtn.com and go to the column Shows and Podcasts. You can listen to the show and read the script there.
Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, including Apple, Google, Stitcher, and much more. Just search for Takeaway Chinese. If you like us, please leave us a rating and follow the show.
And we'll see you in the next one.
再见.